In this video, we're going to cover how to refill a portable water extinguisher, or for short, a PW. Get a pair of channel locks, and you're going to start with loosening the nut by the handle at the top of the extinguisher. You want to loosen that nut all the way, and then remove the handle completely from the extinguisher. Next, remove the sleeve inside, and be careful because there is a washer that comes off of it sometimes. So be mindful that you don't drop it down into the extinguisher. This sleeve actually marks where the water level should be. So if you don't have gallon jugs, for accuracy, you can eyeball it, and as long as there's no water inside of the tube, you'll be okay. Next, we're going to start with filling it with the water. We want to fill it with the water before we fill it with foam, so that we don't activate the suds in the foam. It'll make it much more difficult to put it back in service. Again, I talked about accuracy with getting the right amount of water in here. If we don't have the right amount of water, we can either have too much pressure or too little pressure, causing our extinguishing agent to be cut short when we're operating the extinguisher. So we want to be real accurate here with the water and air ratio. Okay, once we get the water in there, we're going to add the foam. In our department, we use Class A foam. You can use Class B in water extinguishers, but the ratio is much different. You'll have to use much more foam and less water to make it the 2.5 gallons. We're going to use about 1/3 of a cup, which gets us in our 0.01 to 1% ratio for Class A foam. Once we have the water and the foam in there, we're going to replace the water level indicator tube, and we want to make sure that that gasket is there as well to keep the pressure inside of the extinguisher. Replace the handle and tighten the nut down. You don't want to over tighten the nut, but you do want it to be nice and firm. Next, we're going to use an air chuck to fill up with the Schrader valve. We're going to fill to 100 psi or until the indicator is within the green. You want to make sure not to press on and off, on and off. You want a constant flow of air so that you don't have foam backing up into your air chuck. We're within the green at about 100 psi. The pin is in place, and your extinguisher is ready to go back on your truck.